Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome to Cullen's Corner Hot Topics. I'm Paulette. I'm a part of Brownstone Worldwide. We got a full house tonight. I am going to take it over to my stage right.
What's going on, y'all? Let's get to it. We got some topics we gonna talk about. So let's jump in. You got any housekeeping, Paulette?
Yeah, first of all, let everybody introduce themselves. We just lost somebody. I hope they're able to pop back in. So we're going to start with you, Cullen, and then we're going to keep going stage left.
Cullen from Cullen's Corner.
All right.
I am the Nicole Johnson of Girl Your Money Matters, affectionately known as the Gym. Hey, y'all. Hey.
Hey, girl. Hey, girl.
DJ Tony Sanchez, South Side of Chicago. How y'all doing?
You're sweet.
And okay, over there, down here. Hey. Oh no, you're muted.
You muted, Felicia. You muted. See, that's a CRS moment. I told y'all that's real. I told y'all CRS is real.
I, I am Felicia Be Well, and this is my first time being on this broadcast. So I'm really excited to be here on this topic. I'll tell you my feelings about these kind of topics in a minute. But I work with women, ambitious women, helping them take charge of their health and wellness and their money.
Awesome. All right. And last but not least, she popped right back in. Hey, girl.
Hello.
Yes.
I'm Veronica.
Hi, Veronica.
Well, I'm not sure what I'm supposed to say about myself, but like I'm into real estate. I'm taking real estate classes I just finished to get my license. I work for the VBA, working for veterans on their claims.
Okay.
I met Cullen at my wedding that is soon going to be a divorce. He know all about that. we talked. But
Let's stop right there. We went from married to deliverance. Okay, let's call it what it is. It's deliverance.
Yeah, it's some deliverance from a very toxic family. Yes, it is.
Hallelujah. We just gonna jump with you. Amen. Tell us where the after party at. All right, let's get into a couple of things that are most important. We want to go ahead and pay some bills really quick before we get started because these are some hot topics. We're probably gonna run over just a itty bitty bit, but y'all know Cullen at the top of the hour, Cullen gonna disappear on us. Okay, we need to go ahead and get this over with because he'll ride out into the sunset. Listen, okay. So
it won't even be sunset, it just be sun.
Right, Cullen gonna disappear on you. So listen, a couple things. Thanks so much for those of you all who were able to join tonight. We do definitely want to let you guys know a couple of things that are available right now. We're gonna go ahead and pull up this beautiful photo right here if I can freaking find it. I know. Ain't nobody deleted. There they go. Okay. All right.
There it is.
Check this
I
out.
need that.
Boom. And there it is. Y'all, I can hear the reverb. So somebody else has their mic on. We got a hot mic going on. I don't know. You might want to mute yourself or whatever. If you have two devices that are airing the show, I can definitely hear it. And that can throw some folks off. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. So listen, this is Brownstone Living Magazine. This is the April edition. Your girl, the Nicole Johnson of Girl Your Money Matters is actually on the cover. If you are interested in getting your copy, and you absolutely should be, because it's a whole bunch of other stuff that's coming up in the next coming months that we want y'all to be a part of, like Mother's Day and graduation and all of that other stuff. And we got Memorial Day that's coming up and everything. And listen, so in order for you to get your copy of Brownstone Living Magazine, all you have to do is head over to bit.ly/monthly $5.99. And what I'm trying to do, y'all, while I'm talking to you, because I always lose it, is I'm trying to find the actual link. But I'm going to do one better. Head over to brownstoneworldwide.com and you will be able to get, there it is, bit.ly/monthly $5.99. bit.ly/ Monthly $5.99. It's $5.99 a month, y'all. We're well over 100 pages for next month's issue, and it's the Mother's Day, Memorial Day dedication. We definitely want you guys to get your issue. Don't forget that the minute that you pay, you're going to get this issue right here immediately. Now let's talk about these other two events that are coming up. Let's see. We've got Brownstone Worldwide is coming together to bring Dear Mama a Mother's Day dedication directly to you. And how do you become a part of that? What this is, really quick before we get started, is this a way for you to honor your mom and have her featured? And that would be your mama, your mama's mamas, your grandmamas, your aunties, your wife, your cousins, your sister friends, everybody that was a mama to you in some form. You can have them featured in Brownstone Living magazine and also be featured on KCCR The Brownstone for a period of 7 full days of air. We're going to be doing some air vignettes, and basically that's telling stories and doing all of the beautiful things in letting people know all about your mom. So think about it. Your mom will be always, or your homegirl or whoever will always be in a Brownstone Living magazine issue. If you would like to be a part of that, you can go on over to bit.ly/brownstonemom.com, bit.ly/brownstonemom.com. And lastly, before we get started and jump directly into our first topic, we want to talk about our Memorial Day dedication for all of the men and women who have in our community dedicated their lives through serving in the United States Armed Forces with our We Salute You campaign for the entire month of May. If you want more information about how you can either sponsor this or the Mother's Day program, or if you want to have your soldier be a part of the Memorial Day dedication, all you got to do is go to bit.ly/Memorial Day dedication. And we're going to drill that home, folks, because it's almost time for us to start wrapping it up. You want to get in before it's too late. All right. Am I missing anything, y'all?
No. I think you got everything.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. I'm having a hot flash. Okay. All right. So listen. So Cullen, you said that there's a video here that you wanted.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Y'all ready for this?
He always got a video.
Always. And I haven't seen this one, so I'm gonna be just as miffed as y'all. Here we go, y'all.
I don't want to marry anymore because the risk outweighs the benefits. There's a risk that comes with marriage that essentially only benefits a woman. A man marries you and can only hope that one day you don't wake up and say, I feel like I don't love you anymore and I want to leave and you can't do anything about it. According to ASA, 70 to 80% of divorces are initiated by women. Among college-educated women, it jumps to 90%. You know what's crazy? I mean, a lot of us women don't have anything a man actually wants that we can bring to the table.
Hey, that's y'all girl.
First of all, put that video back up and just pause it, because I need to look at her to guesstimate how young she is. Please and thank you.
Cullen likes to provoke people.
I don't want to marry anymore because the risk outweighs the benefits. There's a risk that comes with marriage that essentially only.
She looks like she's like 22.
You good. I wouldn't have given her that.
What y'all think? Do y'all agree with it? Now, the reason I put that on because I wanted to let you guys know it's not just men thinking this. You know, a lot of women think this too.
Yeah.
They might be younger, but there's a lot of ways of looking at this topic, right? Do the risks outweigh the benefits for men? One way you can look at it, in when we were talking about earlier about the Moroccan soccer player that put all his money in his mama name because he was thinking she a gold digger, she gonna get my money, I love her, but I don't trust him for all my money, my mama name. And then
he wasn't thinking that. It was the mama. It was the mama.
That too.
It's always the mamas.
Right. And another thing is for the people that aren't rich, a lot of guys will say, you know what why get married? Because if I get a divorce, then I'm coming out of pocket for child support. I'm coming out of pocket for alimony. I don't have control to see my kids because most states they put the control in the woman's hands, the custodial rights in the woman's hands. So a lot of guys they feel this way. They feel like they don't have any legs to stand. So what you ladies think?
That's the devil planting seeds.
No. Let's let the gentleman say, how do you agree? Do you agree with her? Let's let the men's exist talk. Because they say we talk too much anyway. So men's
Who said that? Who
said that?
Who told that to you?
That's why I asked you. Go ahead, DJ. DJ Sanchez.
Okay. Well, first of all, let me greet these beautiful queens and the king that's orchestrating this thing right here.
This mess, yes.
Y'all know it's 420, so if I say anything out of pocket, charge it to my head, not my heart, cause I'm gonna give it to you, I'm gonna give it to you real. You dig what I'm saying?
Wait.
Huh?
DJ Smoking Lou said I'm under the desk right now.
See, I've been hanging with him all day. And I'm streaming this live on Twitch. So, boss lady, that was the feedback with me trying to send it over there.
Oh, you all good? You all good?
Yeah, but listen. Somebody need to set her down.
Wow.
I mean, literally, sat her ass down and tell her don't say nothing. You don't say nothing till I get finished. You feel what I'm saying? Cause when she said that last part
got me. Yeah.
That last part, I was like, girl, you got the goodies. You got the goodies. That's what the men need. The goodies. You got the yum yum. I'm just gonna say the yum yum. You got like Justin Bieber say, you got that yummy. So that threw me right there. She just immature young lady who's trying to get a social following, be it TikTok or Instagram. You know what I'm saying? Because no real woman. It had to be one of her girlfriends that filmed her, because a real woman would have slapped all the taste out of her mouth right there on camera. Y'all know I ain't lying. Y'all know. See, now you asked me to go first, Nicole. Now I'm done. I'm done, cause like I say, I'd have had Big Mama with me and had her just.
Go ahead, Paulette. Go ahead, Paulette.
Wait, Paulette. Wait. Can we hear from a married man?
So I was gonna say, Cullen, what you got to say? That's why I said.
Okay, so no. You know what? I'm gonna hold off my opinion because I do want to hear. I want to hear Felicia and I want to hear Veronica.
Hold on.
And because they have a couple of different takes on this as well. So
okay, I gotta hear this. Come on.
On this particular, everything that DJ said, I agree. I just I don't know how old she is, but it sounds like a very immature response. My question would be, what is she calling the risks? And then she's quoting the statistic that 80% of women end up in divorce and that 90% are the ones that first file it. So, but what are the reasons that women are filing for a divorce? And before you get there, what she doesn't understand, I would doubt if she's ever been married.
Ooh.
I don't know. I'm assuming that she has never been married, because before a woman gets to that point of filing a divorce, that's a serious thing to go through a divorce. So it's not something that women just wake up one day and say, okay, I'm going to go file for a divorce. I'm going to take him for everything that he has. No. Secondly, on the men's side, well, what kind of women are you all picking to marry? Okay, I don't know about the everyday average man, but let's just talk about the celebrities and the athletes. Let's talk about that.
That part. See. Okay, Veronica, I'm sorry. Y'all go ahead.
I'm listening.
Okay, Okay, go ahead. Go ahead, Veron. I'm Felicia. Go.
You all are dating
what?
women.
It's a good topic.
Yes,
Well, what's your name that was just speaking?
Felicia.
Felicia. Oh,
Mhm.
yeah. So, I mean, like to regenerate on a little bit of what Felicia said and what the other gentleman said, like I can speak for like both sides because I am married. And you don't get up and think, oh yeah, divorce. You know, I've been friends with Cullen for a long time, man. I've been talking to Cullen about this for a long time. Like in tears on the phone, like we'll call him, call his number. So it's not nothing. And he knew my husband too. He was at my wedding all night. He took all my pictures. You don't just get up thinking about it. It's not it's something that takes a long, long time. I invested 20 years. I've been with my husband since I was 23 and I'm 46. My daughter is 20. I still don't want to divorce my husband, but until June 7th, if I let God, I'm gonna let God see me through. But I know that anytime a man treats you like that, it doesn't matter what she said is just stupid, plain dumb. Like, and if I was about me being, I'm not even that old. I'm 46. I wouldn't even recorded her. I would have been like, girl, I'm not recording that. You sound stupid. Like it ain't even about the body or anything. Listen, I had good chocha, and if you want to know what chocha mean in Spanish,
Oh,
it
we
mean
know. We
pussy.
know. We know. We know. We
So
know.
Yeah, we grown folk. We know. We
Yeah, we
didn't
gone.
a lot
dab.
of people don't know.
We done,
You hush up. You always cutting up. You hush up. But it didn't stop my husband, and it wasn't. And it was some good. It was good. And if a man want to do it, he gonna do it. It don't matter. It could be good as some pumpkin pie with some lemon meringue cake on top of it. He's still gonna do it, and it's just what it is. And
So,
oh,
uh, let me.
What?
May I? May I? And I hear you. And so let me also say this. Veronica, first of all, my heart goes out to you because I can only imagine what you're dealing with, and having to make a decision like this is not something that you would take lightly anyway. Because I'm hearing you say if it's a way that you would try to save your marriage. But I think that when we're talking about do the benefits or the risks outweigh, men getting married, and 80% of women initiating the divorce, I think we're looking at two different areas of the spectrum here, right?
Mm-hmm.
mhm,
Women tend to be very, 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 very dedicated. When we put our
mhm,
minds to something and to someone, we are 100% all in. And so to make a decision like a divorce, something must have really tipped the scale. Okay. We don't just wake up one morning groomed for this, especially not too many, not one sister that I know, okay, has ever woke up one morning and been like, I think I'm gonna get married so that I can divorce this bastard in 3 months, in 3 years, 4 years. And see, here's the thing, to Felicia's point that she made a little bit earlier. Um, we're not talking about athletes who are making millions of dollars, right? We're talking about
mhm.
those that get up and go teach and take calls
Yeah,
and are the managers at their manufacturing job and are the dudes that pick up the trash. And his name is Tyrone. You know what I'm saying? Nine
yeah,
out of 10. Come on, let's keep it 100, ladies. Let's just
yeah,
go there. Fellas, forgive me. I'm neither pro nor the other, not pro se, not none of that. And that's for the legal folks in the room. Thank you,
speak your
Nicole.
truth. Speak your
Right.
truth.
So I said pro se. Nicole. Okay. So what I'm saying is I'm looking at it from, I understand from a woman's perspective, even though I have been in long-term relationships and because of who I thought I was at the time, I guess I didn't believe that I was worthy enough to be somebody's wife. So I ended up with a jackass. So all of that aside, a lot of times what women do, in addition to the fact that we nowadays in today's society, we're the breadwinners. We're making more money than our spouses and our counterparts,
yeah,
and our partners. We're the most educated group of people in the United
yeah,
States of America, right? So if I divorce you, it ain't like Tyrone gonna be able to give me some of the trash he picking the hell up. You know what I mean?
Yes.
That's not, you know what I mean? So it's not, he has, let me just be clear. He ain't got nothing to lose, baby. Unless, of course, she was sorry from the beginning. And I'm just saying it from the perspective of, you know, the average everyday guy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I agree with you, Felicia. I said that too. It was the mama that said, you will put everything in my name. Snuffing, right?
It's always the mamas, and they always say they don't be talking. They be
Well,
talking.
I'm coming a mile away, but we don't know what that girl was putting up with either. Okay, because again, women are not strategically making decisions to lay down with somebody and allow them to be inside of their body for any length of time and then birth babies and then say, you know what, I think I'm going to just wake up today and I'm going to get a divorce because I want all of his money. No, I don't think that that's how we rock. I could be wrong.
We would rather work things out. But yeah, it's a lot broke the camel black. I never came first. Like his family was at my wedding trying to ruin it. They tried to ruin my pictures. When Cullen was taking pictures, they were all frowned up, trying to frown up in my pictures. I mean, so they were at the get go ready to destroy, and he was weak.
Let me add, Paulette, to your comment. That last little part, because you know you always hit them with a left, a right, a uppercut.
Right.
That last little part about women, black women, and I'm being very specific with what I say, and specific for those of you who don't understand specific. Okay,
Come
I
on,
want
little
to be
sis. Come on, little sis. Educate these people for them girls upstairs.
we don't wake up one day. We don't plan out. I'm
No.
gonna marry him, birth a baby, or get pregnant. That's what they do. Who called
Well,
that part? I know Tony called it. See that? See what had happened was
see,
y'all.
that's why I put the thumbs up, baby. That's why
Men
man, I'm
started,
here.
they started making all this here choo choo choo, all this little cheddar and stuff like that, and then they started leaving black women, going over to them other
Other
swerves
them
and
others.
squares, and then
Yep.
what had happened was,
I ain't.
condoms got pulled out the garbage can and
I
it
ain't never
turned
liked them.
inside out and pushed up with the turkey baster.
Yeah, I ain't never been one with the swirl. I
But
ain't never.
Nicole, do you think it depends on the class of men? Because there are some black women who are pet predators for
Hold on. Felicia, it might be. But let me tell you what I have known about us.
Mhm.
We didn't start that mess.
Mm.
We watched y'all do this for years with Becky.
Well,
And
well.
then somebody said, you know what?
Mm, mm,
If
mm,
Becky
mm,
can get it, so can Nikki.
mm,
And then you know what Bonquisha had it too.
Imagine
Yeah,
that.
I'm just saying.
Come on
So,
now.
so I'm gonna go with the statement. Whoever made the statement, what kind of women are you choosing?
There you go.
So and I'm gonna bring this back to Cullen's other messy show. I mean, show a few weeks ago.
Stop it, girl. You hush your mouth.
I'm gonna go back to
Hey,
we got to examine the
we just
past.
talk about topics people want to talk about. So
That's
We
all
talk
it
about
is.
the topics they want to talk about. So it
here's what I got to say,
why
Nicole.
are so many black women single? And here's what I know for a fact: the man who has the credentials that match mine, they ain't hanging with the hood rats that y'all talking about.
Picture that.
They're not hanging around the women who throwing it out there for every time dick
Well,
at him.
wait a minute. Wait a minute. Now I'm from the west side of Chicago too. As
Baby,
far as far as you know, they
What's
ain't.
up? Boy, we repping.
As far as you
okay,
know.
let me say this. As a Whitney Young graduate from the west side of Chicago, you might need to change your arena because I
Mm.
didn't hang out there with that kind of person. So when I have standards, I don't look at the men who are fitting in this 80%, 90% criteria that
Hmm.
I'm looking for a different level of man, a different quality of man.
Yeah.
So it goes to the fact that when you have these type of women that are doing these things to men, you know what? It's Monday. By Friday, I don't want you no more. What did you miss in the dating pool process with her? that allowed you to get to the altar.
Cullen.
You were stuck in the butt.
Now,
All you saw was the
okay.
big butt, the big boot.
So
Yeah, let's just
I've
if we
heard,
down, just put it on
I've
out
heard
there.
the gambit. I've heard the gambit. Everybody's like you said, it's a large spectrum.
Yeah.
You can't say for certain people aren't like that because people are like that. There's people out there.
Well, people something else when you ain't around.
There are people out there that have children with people with the hopes of getting a check.
Yep.
But it's your responsibility.
Let me finish.
Okay.
We have people, and I'm talking about
Thank you,
regular
Felicia.
Joes.
Say it again.
I'm talking about regular Joes, right?
Yes.
I got
Leanne.
people that have contacted me, have hit me up saying, I'll never get married again because I got a divorce. It was both our fault. It's not just the man's fault. Everybody always assumes it's the man's fault. Right?
No, that's not
A
true.
lot of men don't even. You know what? You know why it's 80% women that file divorce? Because a lot of men don't feel like filing. They just want to, they don't have the energy to file. They don't want to file. You know, but the guys, when it comes to the rich people, a lot of rich people, they do have predators. They do have people that key in on the guys, have their babies, and then divorce them. Who cares? That's
Men
what happens.
do the same thing, honey. Let's not get this twisted
No,
because you got
okay, Nicole. So Nicole, that's not the topic though.
Okay.
Yeah.
That ain't the topic.
We ain't sparring tonight.
Now,
man.
And this is nothing against women. The topic is do the risks outweigh the benefits? Why are men not wanting to be married?
What are the risks? Can we talk about what the risks?
Let's talk about the risks.
Right.
In that scenario, that from that video you showed, ain't no risk. Ain't no risk or no benefit. That's a waste of time. That is a truly waste of time. That's like me talking to this wall right here and expecting it to give me a proper response. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just being 100, man. You know, now had it been a different interview person, female, with some, with some maturity and had been through a few battles, you know what I'm saying, who had been through a few struggles and was willing to share that and gave me, something
Like
to go
me.
on. Yeah, like you. It's like, now see, I can go with that, cause man, look, that's relatable. You feel what I'm saying? That's relatable. What old girl was talking about, that was just, like I say, that was like a TikTok or Instagram thing for some follows. You know what I'm
I definitely ain't
saying?
getting on TikTok, but I mean,
Right, you know what I'm saying?
So Cullen, as she's asking that the risks are for men. We
Going
can't
to jail.
speak to what a man thinks is the risk.
Going to jail.
Okay,
so I'm asking you, what is it that answer that question?
So here are some risks that a lot of guys will say. This is why I don't want to get married. Number one, if they do get divorced, no matter, it doesn't matter if they have money or not. It doesn't matter. Most states side on the side of the woman, so that means they're paying child support, they're paying alimony. They don't have control of their kids. So a lot of guys think like that. A lot of guys.
Ain't that in a no fault state?
They're thinking, why go through that? Why go through any of that?
Okay, so Cullen, let me address you right there, because that is statistically, right? Everybody, it can be an exception. As a former DHR worker, when it comes to child support being issued, I have issued many child support orders where the father was the custodial parent, and he had the control of the children, and she was responsible to pay child support as well. So it's what we are used to seeing is these highlighted cases on television. That's not the reality.
But if you don't have kids, it's a no fault state.
But that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about his response to what are the risks. So we're talking about children and men, but we also have a community of men who let courts, they were afraid to go to court. they didn't show up like they should have.
Mm.
So
to fight for their rights.
when you don't show up, you allow the courts to make a decision for
Yeah.
you. So
Yep, that's true.
that's not a risk. That's a idiotic decision that you allowed yourself to be in. You allowed the courts to make a
Right.
decision for you about your seed instead of stepping up. Because a lot of men, and I'm dealing with a guy, one of your fraternity brothers, as a matter of fact, who is dealing with something, this very thing. And when he told me, you know what, the first thing I asked him is, why didn't you go to court? Well, I ain't feel like dealing with it.
Oh, okay. Well,
But
there you
you left her with your two boys, and now another man is raising them.
See,
And
the thing with that is this, and from a man's point of view. See, when I hear people talk like that, I didn't experience all of that. You know what I'm talking about? I didn't experience all of that. Now, it was a time growing up when there was some trust with the police in our communities. McGruff and all that. It was
absolutely.
a time. After that,
Well, you don't
Rodney,
even see Matt Gruff no more, do you?
right.
Now,
After that Rodney King beating, you feel me? After that Rodney King beating, being seen visually, all young black males that saw that has been scarred for life, and now we have a haunting fear of the police. That's why when I hear topics like this, the first thing I say is we scared of jail. We don't deal with police well. We don't deal with police. That's just an internal instinct in us from growing up black in the hood. You feel what I'm
Tony,
saying?
I totally agree with you, but let me say what I know from way back when. There was a time Big Mama was married to Grandpa or Big Pop or whatever you call them, who went out, who worked, who made sure the family stayed together. I don't know when that pattern got lost, and now men are dropping their seeds all over like it's trash, and then they don't want to show up where their children need them.
And on that
That's the
note,
choice that they make.
yeah. So on that note, and this is really, really getting hot. Let me go ahead and just pause just for a second. We're at the half, and y'all already know what that means. For those of you all who are air personalities on KCCR, the Brownstone and Brownstone Worldwide, you are currently listening and watching Cullen's Corner Hot Topics, a part of Brownstone Worldwide, brownstoneworldwide.com, Brownstone Living Magazine, and KCCR Radio, the Brownstone, which you can actually go ahead and download the app and listen in throughout your day. Our narrative here is, of course, we are changing the narrative on how we tell our stories our way. Now, we've got another topic to cover, folks. Cullen, you want to take the lead on this one?
okay, so I had someone sending me this topic, and they wanted to know because they were upset because the person in their lives didn't put them as a priority, right? They felt that they should be number one priority, and then in their man's life, and then everything else should follow suit. And this is including mother, job, everything. So my question was, and it was directed at the ladies: where do you think your rank should be in your man's life, priority wise? Because when I answered it, she didn't agree with me because I said number one would be the man's health. So if I'm prioritizing something, my health is going to be number one, right? Number two is going to be my mission, and my mission will guide. Because if I don't settle my mission, what am I doing? As a man, I need to make sure my stuff is right for my woman and for my family. So
Absolutely.
if my health isn't right, if my mind ain't right, and my mind is if I'm a God-fearing man, and I'm making sure that my family is taken care of, and the mission that I am, whatever that mission is, if I'm not paying attention to that, what am I doing? And then I told her number three would be her, because without the first two, what am I doing? What are we doing as men to take care to be there? If I'm not taking care of my health, not taking care of my business, I'm not going to be able to take care of her. So they didn't agree with that. I want to know what you guys got to say. Go ahead, Paul.
I'm gonna say this really, really quick because we actually had this conversation. We talked about this on the rundown, and we talked about this, guys. Real quick, I have to let you know that Cullen and I, after we do our morning huddle, our team meeting, we literally do this. Give me 7 seconds. All right, so we talked about it on the morning rundown that happens every morning at 9 a.m. before we actually start the day. And you asked me, what did I think? And I said, well, first of all, he got to put himself first. Let me tell you the reason why I say this. Because what's good for the goose should absolutely be good for the gander, right? We have tons of women who are literally, there's this new thing called the soft life. Have y'all heard about this thing called the soft life? So these young folks on here, okay. So these young folks on here talking about the soft life, okay? We talking about we want to live soft, and what it is people are literally living their lives out on social media, and there's so many different ways to do it. Yeah. Some people are going broke doing it. That's a whole different topic for another day. However, if women can go and pamper themselves and take care of themselves and have their mammograms and have all of the things, right, to take care of themselves, brothers should be able to do the same thing, and we should expect them to take care of themselves so that he can be his best for his family. Let me tell you what I'm not finna do at this age, y'all. I'm 52, okay? Listen, I ain't finna take care of Tyrone. I ain't finna take care of Leroy. I'm not finna take care of George. I ain't finna take care of Reverend so-and-so and Deacon Homebody at the cross. I'm not finna do it. It's not happening because you ought to be doing. See, I just left the gym and then I went and walked around the track by my house, right? So I'm trying my best at this age in the middle of hot flashes and everything else to do everything that I can. So when I go to the doctor, my blood pressure is straight and I'm taken care of. And I went and I had my little nails done. They did little designs on them and everything, you know, and keeping my hair up and making sure my teeth is right. And, you know, if I have to do something about it, do what I got to do. And we sitting up in here with old cats running around here with holes in their undergarments. We need to get it.
I'm telling mama.
So here's the thing. What I'm saying is that brothers need to be given the same respect when it comes to self-care and taking care of themselves first, because I would rather that you put yourself first, because you can't fulfill anything for the household, for the relationship, for the partnership, for the marriage, for anything if you empty, bruh.
Thank you. Thank you.
It don't even sound right to me.
So
if
Cullen,
I'm wrong, stop me.
And whoever said that they were selfish.
Cullen, the person who disagreed with your response, what was there? Did you all have was there some commentary after that?
Yeah, what they were saying, and it's not just one person, it was a group of young ladies.
Okay.
Young. And I think it has something to do with, you know, it's just maybe it's now generation. I'm not sure.
Soft life.
But their main thing was they should be number one in a man's life.
They selfish.
I said that.
Whether it's them, whether it's their mom, his mom, where his kids, they should be number one. He should be looking out for them first, and then everything else should follow down. And I asked them why. I said, "Why would you think that?" Yeah. And they said, "Because I'm the treasure, I'm the prize, and they have to come from me to make sure that I'm taken care of." And I was just like, I thought that was really like, okay. So
I have a response for that.
Go ahead, Felicia. I got to hear this.
I was gonna say, when you said young, I was like, okay, so she's coming with the princess mentality. Because the women where our daddies have made us, you know, think we're princesses our whole lives.
Well, my daddy did the same thing, but
we go into relationships with that same mentality. And I had a revelation about this. It's just my opinion that for women, initially, maybe not in our older ages, but our younger ages, marriage is really an assignment. If you go back to biblically, the woman was sent to the man to help him.
I'm not with the helpmate definition.
I'm not saying that he should put you at the bottom of his feet, And then you always have to ask the question, well, what do you mean by you should be his priority? What do you mean by that?
Right.
You know, so to me, you're as a woman, you should be an asset to that man. And
Thank you.
it's an assignment. You are going into an assignment. The second, third marriage is a whole different dynamic going
No,
on there.
no, no. That's that upper. That's that other room. That's that other room stuff.
But that
Stop
first
it,
marriage,
Tony.
Get out of
but
here
you
with
know
that.
what?
Felicia, and I agree with you. I think
But that first marriage, honey, you need to figure out, brother, what is the assignment? What is the vision? Where are we going? And then you
But
got
I
to
think
figure
what
out, lady,
somebody,
how am
what
I
you're
going to help you
confusing,
accomplish this
yeah,
mission that you've been
Yeah.
given as the man?
yeah,
If you
but
have that kind of mindset, you're not going to have this language talking about I should need to be the priority over everything else. He has a mission. He's been put here. He has a specific mission, and you are to help him. That's why we need folks to be educated and counseled before they get married, instead of y'all getting
And yes,
and these movies educate us.
Not movies. Come on, somebody.
TV, we're getting a lot of it
Yeah,
from
that
TV, but I
reality
do
You
TV
think
know,
shit.
and you
you
know
know,
what? Some
a
people,
lot of them were saying just like a lot of people say that they're the table. I've been hearing that a lot lately. I don't know. This is one
you
of those
been
things.
hearing what, Cullen?
When women say, "Well, I'm the table. I'm the one that
Wait a
they."
minute now, don't do
This
that
is
because
no,
I said heartbeat.
no.
you know what? It could be
This
another
is what
woman
she
out there
said.
that could be the table
But you
too.
know
But
what?
this is what she said. Her mentality was she's the table. She's the table. He needs to take care of the table. That means he take care of her first. That's the
But what
mentality.
she gonna do?
I can't tell her that she's wrong or right because in her mind, that's how she was raised. That's how the people that she hang around tell her this is how it's supposed to be. And so, how do you change that mentality for somebody that's all they hear?
Yeah,
That's
You
all
but
they
press
you know what?
on.
But
You
so
and
if
that's how
Cullen, we
they
talked
were
about
raised.
this before, is that
you
the
tell her
examples that people are seeing in what they consider a good marriage or a good relationship. Um, Felicia went right to the right place.
Mhm.
If he is the head of the household, God gave him that place. You were brought here to help him. But again, the courting process, the dating process is so screwed up that you don't spend the time getting to know, am I a part of your assignment? How do I help you reach your goals? First of all, what are your goals? Let's start there. Are we traveling to the same destination? People talked about Tabitha Brown when she walked her husband off his job. Baby, let me get to that point where I can do so. He ain't got to walk. It's gonna be coming to America. Roses, baskets, the whole day. I'm gonna have a horse, a carriage, a tiger, a lion, the bear. Because if he stood by as the king to support and provide while I did whatever to build and build and build, why wouldn't I walk him into his castle? Why
Come
wouldn't
on.
we ride that carriage in there? See, I think women don't understand what the right definition of submission is, because we don't have a lot of examples of men standing in the gap or where they are in a place where we can submit to. It's not
You
that
can submit to a dog and he still gonna get fleas.
no, they're not.
You can listen. You can submit
not
sometimes.
less
All you
not not unless he got
listen,
a flea collar. If he got a flea
listen,
collar now, that's a different thing.
listen,
If he, I'm just
listen.
saying, now, if you got on a flea collar now, come on.
I'm not
Listen,
pulling Tony. So if
but
you
you can submit all you want, and I'm
when you
telling you,
think
you can
about it,
submit.
I'm going to intercede. I'm going to interject right here, and I hear what you're saying, Veronica. I really do, and I think we're all kind of saying the same thing. When we are talking about these young women, I want to also take a look at when did this mentality come about, right? I don't even think it has anything to do with a princess, because let me tell you something, honey. My daddy, anything I ever wanted, my daddy had it, but he never not
Yeah.
once went to me and said, he was always like, well, baby, you still gonna have to learn how to do XYZ, but I'm always here for you, right?
Yes.
So it's not even about a princess mentality. It was always about your worth. That's number
Mm-hmm.
one. No man. Let's talk about this here. It sounds like to me we got some sisters with some real low self-damn esteem. Okay. Because
Come
if you
on.
have to be the priority
Come
in this
on.
brother's life from the minute that he wakes up until the minute that you go to bed at night,
Something
you're the
wrong for
one
you.
with the issue and you need to seek therapy. And he is not your therapist. That's
And you
number
know
one.
who that was? Yeah,
Number
Paulette. You know who
two,
had that issue? Halle
who?
Berry.
Halle Berry did. Now
Well,
she's
she
sitting
got a
there
lot of issues.
because her and Van Hunt been together
No,
for
no,
a
I'm
long
just saying
time now.
she did. I remember when she was
Shit,
married
Holly
to the
Berry
baseball
issues got
player,
issues.
and
Okay.
he told me that he needed to be told every hour that he loved her. Girl, you better
Yeah,
put
it
that
was
mess on a
exhausting.
record and hit play.
So something else too we have to also look at as well. Let me kind of wrap this up because I know it's we got about 12 minutes. But I also wanted to kind of point this out too. The one thing that we haven't said not one time in all of this when we're talking about, should she be first or whatever. First of all, y'all need to come up off of Instagram and Facebook and all of these little places that's showing these feigned images of what relationships are.
Okay.
It's fake, y'all. These are for products. Listen, I'm gonna do this. These are for products. Listen, I'm gonna do this. These are for products so they can sell you the dream. And they're getting a check for that, folks. Let's talk about that just for a moment. And then y'all buy into it. Now y'all all out here trying to live the soft life, running your credit cards up and all kind of things. But let's talk about this. Not one time have I heard any one of these young ladies who are trying to live this soft life and want to be number one in a man's life. We ain't talking about partnership. I talk about that all the time. How come we're not being partners? It goes back to if he has an assignment or if you have an assignment, why can't y'all work together and allow him the opportunity to take care of himself? You take care of yourself. Y'all meet somewhere in the middle and you complete the mission that you're on. And
they just want to take.
Let me clarify this as well. And I think this really goes towards Veronica and others because I'm hearing what you're saying. And trust me, I hear you. Trust. When people fall apart, they do. It happens because we change, right? And the one thing that I have learned in the relationships that I have been in and all of that, and boy, have I been in some. And I tell anybody this, and I say it again. I feel like the color purple when I say this, but I'm gonna say it. I got 4 babies, 4, and all of them got different daddies. So trust me, I know what I'm talking about when I say that people fall apart. They fall.
I have 3, and 2 of them dead, and 1 was murdered.
Here's the thing: when we get to these experiences in our lives, we have to accept the change because the change is a class that is going to take us to the next level that we are seeking. Now we can accept that and understand, okay, there's so many people to blame, but when we're talking about a man and a woman getting together, I honestly believe that a man has just as much right to put himself first as a woman trying to paint her damn toenails white every chance she get and showing them off on Facebook, Instagram, and like. That's all I got.
So do you guys think, before we move on, do you guys just think it's just an age thing? Is it a now how generational thing?
It's not an age thing. You can be 20 and be ignorant.
The reason I ask is because even when I posted the comments, a lot of people were agreeing that they should be number one in their man's life, and I was just
everybody is selfish nowadays.
I was just wondering. I mean, if you have that mentality, and I wish someone would have came on or called in or something that believed that they should be number one, because I would love to hear their reasoning. Because to me, like Felicia says, a partnership, right? And, it's a partnership, and you guys just got to work it out, otherwise, what we doing, right?
Okay, can I regenerate on something? I have came to terms with a lot of things with my situation. losing my dad 6 years ago and now going through this. So I've came to terms to a lot of things. And you very well right. A man should always put themselves first. But putting yourself first all the time and never your wife is an issue. Putting yourself first all the time in your family and never your wife is an issue. So um no, with the situation, I'm dealing with the fact that I got bamboozled out of my marriage. Yeah, people do fall apart, but my husband's family walked in the marriage with bad intentions. So that just how it just went. And
Yeah, and that was
everybody, men and women are different. They do things,
Yeah.
I'm not perfect, he not perfect, but I put 80% in there. I went in hard since day one, even in my 20s. I took care of 5 kids
Ouch.
that was not mine.
Oh.
So yeah,
Okay.
I have 3 of my own. So
Oh.
that's a lot to take in. So I don't know about most people, but I did have to go through counseling. I would not, it would not be
Same with
possible
that. Yeah.
right. You
being
and
married for
and
20 years.
and
Okay.
you had to, because for the simple fact,
So
uh, you went through a whole lot of mental challenges and things for the stupid choices that dude
my
made.
husband's niece told me that, and I'm gonna let y'all go. But I told Cullen I wanted to talk because this is like healing for me. I don't care. I've been on broadcast. I don't care that people hear me. I'm not ashamed. I was bullied out of my marriage. I was a good wife. And Cullen told me on the day of my marriage, he said, "You were very happy." I was happy.
Yep.
And
And
half
that
of the people that stood in my wedding destroyed my marriage, which
Wow.
was my husband's family. Half of the wedding party. His sister told me she wished her brother would leave me. His niece told me maybe if I would act right, maybe the family would accept me.
Mm.
I'm married to this man. I got a 20-year-old daughter. This is the type of mental abuse I took from his family. And he said nothing.
yeah, and like I was saying,
My husband told me one time that somebody should rape me because that's just what I would deserve.
Cullen, let me ask you a question about the source of the videos that you selected.
Mhm.
Were there other were these the ones that were sent to you?
It was sent to me.
Those were sent to you.
Mhm.
So in that arena, I think that maybe it is it's sometimes it is age, but it's not always age. Sometimes it is experience or
Mm.
lack of experience when it
Okay.
comes
Mhm.
to the different
Mhm.
perspectives.
And absolutely.
Paulette is not going to look at marriage. I don't believe Felicia and I would look at marriage the same way my daughter would look at marriage, and she's
Absolutely
26,
not.
Right.
27 years old. The
And that's why I
perspective
asked that
is
question.
going to be totally different. It's one thing I did for my daughter's mentoring group was they were 15. I said, okay, so everybody tell me about labor pains. And they all, Miss Johnson, we ain't had no babies. I said, so why would I ask you about labor pains and you ain't never had none?
Right.
So it's really that type of perspective. I think that at some point, and maybe we're hearing things where there are women out there who do feel like they're not a priority for their husband. You can't always be on the back burner, but you're not always gonna be first because see, he still got a mama. You don't always come before the children, but the mama and the children don't always come before. There's got to be some balance.
Balance.
I have
Absolutely.
a good friend, a coworker that has been married almost 35 years. You can't talk to her after 5 o'clock on Thursday. Every Thursday at 6 o'clock is date night with her and her husband. He shut the business down. She don't work past at 5 o'clock. It's gonna take her from 5 to 5:45 to get ready. At 6 o'clock, they walk out the door, and that's date night for almost 35 years. So whatever life is happening Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday is life in all the other folks. But at 6 o'clock on Thursday night, that is their time. She is the priority. So there's got to be some balance.
Absolutely.
And I was going to just add, Nicole, to what you said. You mentioned that your daughter won't have the same mentality. That's just part of the issue is that we are not coaching our young men and women and training
Mhm.
them. That is one thing that is lacking in our community. which goes back to your question, why are so many Black women single? Well, the whole infrastructure of the Black family is broken.
Is broken, been broken
So
forever.
when you ask Black women the question, it's kind of like you're trying to put it like, well, you guys are the problem. It's your fault. No.
No.
The entire infrastructure is broken.
Yeah.
There's no rites of passage for men. Who's helping men be men? Who's helping women be women? Now people are reverting to social media. Listening to that young lady you talked about. Now you're gonna have young girls walking around having that mindset. But we need to be the ones. We need to be on social media so we can bring a different voice to the shenanigans that they're listening to.
Right. I love that.
So social media is the one that's training them up instead of
exactly
who should be training them up. I got you.
I agree. So here's where we are going to have to begin the shutdown process, because of course we have about 3 minutes left before the end of Cullen's Corner. Like I said, y'all know how Cullen do. Top of the hour, he out. Okay, so I hear that reverb again, but we want to thank everybody for coming on to the show today. And I'm gonna mute some folks. Let's see what. Okay, ooh, I don't know what that was or where it was coming from. Okay, so listen. Here's what we need you guys to do. If you need to see if you need to see the replay again, you can head over to our YouTube channel, which is Brownstone Worldwide, or you can check us out on brownstoneworldwide.com/BWTV. Of course, you can always check us out at brownstoneworldwide.com, the website for news and information that you can use, like the information about Ralph Yarl, the 17-year-old boy, 16-year-old boy that was shot in the head. He is at home recovering. They have raised over $3 million for his recovery and for college funds and so forth, and to take care of therapy sessions and so forth. And that was done through a GoFundMe account for this young man. The fellow that shot him has actually been charged with a felony count of aggravated assault. And so he says that he didn't know who it was, but he had told him to stop pulling on his door. And so here we are. There have been some other interesting sightings as well, in terms of 2 young women that were actually shot because they actually got into the wrong car. 2 young cheerleaders. We're going to be providing you guys information about that tomorrow on the rundown, and then also on the day shift. But then also go ahead and check us out on Brownstone Worldwide. And while you're there, go ahead and check us out. Become a part of our newsletter. Get that magazine. Download KCCR, the Brownstone, and listen in to tips, topics, and talk. We got all kinds of things going on. Y'all know what? And Tony just posted about our affiliate program. You guys are interested about becoming a part of our affiliate program where you can actually make money with Brownstone Worldwide. Oh, we got you covered. Listen, Linda. Go ahead and scan that QR code right there. Screenshot it real quick if you need to. You can go to bit.ly/BWW affiliate, bit.ly/BWW affiliate. And anything that you bring to the table, you get 20% of that sale. So we definitely wanted to let you guys know that. And you're paid every 2 weeks. So again, the program just started about 3 weeks ago, but we're still excited to have all of these things available for you guys. And don't forget, Mother's Day and Memorial Day is next month. And then after that is Father's Day, Juneteenth, and graduation in Brownstone Living Magazine. We got some specials coming up for you guys in the next week or so. So be on the lookout for that. I'm going to turn it back over to Cullen. Let's wrap it up, sir.
Yes, summer's coming up, y'all. So let's get ready. Felicia, appreciate you coming by.
Yeah.
With your opinions. Of course, Nicole and DJ, y'all know y'all good. Veronica, I don't know if you can hear me, but thank you for stopping by and giving us your opinion. And we're gonna be praying for you and your situation.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
I hear you.
Really appreciate everything. People that continue to send your topics, continue to talk about. And I do have some letters that I'm going to be sharing in the next week or so. I've got a couple people that was like, "Why haven't you posted my letter yet?" I'm like, "Okay, then we gonna start posting some letters." And so y'all gonna see some more letters. So let's just continue to keep fighting and keep doing whatever we need to do to make things a better place, because this world is going crazy and we just need to continue to work on it.
Cullen, you need to make Rodney get on here.
Oh yeah, I got you. I'll get right in. All
right, folks. Well, we want to thank everybody for joining us this evening for another edition of Corner. We'll see you guys tomorrow morning for, of course, the rundown, and with me, the day shift. Yeah, I had to do that shameless plug.
Have a good night.
All right. Thanks again for everybody joining us tonight. We do appreciate you all. We're going to wrap up with, of course, can I do the outro? Oh, can we do the outro? Can we do the Brownstone Worldwide outro? Can we do? Bye, y'all.